Hello, hello. Awesome. All right, good morning, everybody. Day two. Day two. I hope you all have voices. Oleg and I are not doing great, but really excited to see everybody and for everybody who came out last night for our happy hour that ended at 10 p.m. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you to Eastern for sponsoring with us. Really excited to have Brian Grell talk to you about transforming the industry. And I would say when I first got into the industry, there wasn't somebody that's been to more laundromat bathrooms, who's been more active with, I think, the best in class operators and guiding me in this industry, the entire Eastern funding team. So we're huge supporters of not only Eastern, but LaundryCares and all the amazing things that Brian and the rest of the team are doing. So Brian, you've got more than 30 minutes to get through your 1,600 slides. And thank you so much.
Okay, all right. First of all, I don't know about you guys, but how many is the first time that been here? Okay, I've been coming to Clean Show since 1997. This is the most energy and excitement that I've seen since coming to these things. So you're going to tell as I go through this that I'm super excited about the future of our industry. So I'm going to go there. So real quickly, 37 years in business, in the laundromat business. And prior to that, I was a boring accountant. Got out of that. I got sucked into becoming a laundry hacker by just meeting store owners like yourself. There's nothing more exciting when you meet entrepreneurs who got game, who are doing it right, and moving the industry forward. So thank you, Alex, for letting me speak today. So we're going to talk about why so much interest in laundromats. Go ahead. Okay. One, we're going to talk about transforming laundromats, taking the stodgy, old, rundown laundromats and taking them into the modern era. Why? Because laundry sucks. Okay, thank you for my friends at Presso over here. Why does laundry suck? We all know that the number 2 most hated chore in the United States, according to Pew Research, is what? Doing laundry. Okay, and this is a fact. That's why I'm excited about the potential of building modern few laundromats. Okay, number 1, by the way, is washing dishes. Okay, here we go. Why is there so much interest in laundromats today? Why are you here today? Because the image and reputation of laundromats is transforming. You've all seen some of the big, beautiful laundromats that are opening up around the country. You're all seeing how they're treating their customers. It's all a mindset change. Innovation, technology, these are the driving forces, okay? For me personally, if anybody was at the LaundryCares luncheon or participated in Free Laundry Day, absolute game changer, okay? I'm going to say this over and over again. Laundry is not just about clean clothes anymore. It is going to be about connecting with your community. What are you doing differently for your customers that makes you want to go to your store over a ZombieMat? Next. I will go back to silver linings, okay? Couple things came out of the pandemic that I found super exciting. I actually wrote about it in Planet Laundry. Hey, number 1, remember the 6 foot of separation stuff? Oh my God. Nobody wants to go into a tiny little laundromat where you back up into someone folding their clothes. The mindset is you want to separate big modern space stores. Okay. What are the silver linings that we have in our industry today? People don't like doing laundry. So modern machines today, in and out in under an hour, high-speed machinery. I'm going to talk about that later. All right. Also, here we go. Now, what are ZombieMats? Anyone know what it is? Okay, dirty, disgusting, filthy laundromats. These are real pictures that I've taken over the years, okay? Brett Nolan is a salesman. He goes into hundreds of laundromats. I've been in over 4,000 myself. I learned from my wife what a dirty laundromat is because she'll walk into a store. Ladies, you can relate to this. You go into the store and you go, you're not going in there, okay? How do you provide clean clothes if your laundromat smells or there's dirt all over the place? Okay, so these are real things. Okay, this is my hometown, Farmingdale, Long Island. My customer that I've loaned to for 30 years, this is how he had his laundromat at the train station I used to go to. It was like that for over a month, okay? Another thing about the pandemic, the whole Wuhan virus, right? Does anyone know where the Wuhan virus came from? 6 years later, 5 years, right? I figured it out going to this laundromat. It was in There was a slop sink when you walked in the store, had wet towels. He'd never changed the wet towels in a month. The odor coming out of there. So clearly, that's the first thing you see when you walk into his laundromat. You know what's sad? It's still there. People go to it. Okay, next. Okay. Took this laundromat in Dallas, Texas. If you have painter's tape and don't know what to do with it, put it over here. And by the way, why peel off all the plastic? It looks great, doesn't it? I love this soapbox. Ladies, you're gonna touch that? These are real photos. Okay. Real chairs in a laundromat. Some of these pictures I've taken, some of them distributors and customers around the country have been sending me pictures to add to this presentation. I've got a whole library of stuff that will make you, okay? But look at the grease on the wall. Can you imagine sitting there and putting your head back and having all that other nasty DNA from somebody else sitting on the wall? This is what's out there. It's amazing. He's a distributor on New York, okay? He'd send me that picture. He was hired to remove the lint, okay? These are real, again, real pictures. How do they do that? I don't get it. Next. Oh, imagine you're doing your laundry and there's no air conditioning and they turn on the fan and it hadn't been cleaned in how many days, months, years? How, as a store owner, would you allow that in your store? So now you can see why when you're seeing pictures of ZombieMats. Okay, here we go. There's something about Florida, Texas, and California where they like top loaders. Okay. Can we play that video? Here we go. Listen to this. This is what you do with top loaders. It didn't work? Okay. That was the Williford family, what they do with top loaders, okay? He took out his gun. He said, boom, boom, boom. He goes, that's how you go from a ZombieMat to a new laundromat. That's what the video, see me, I'll send you the video. Stupid signs, handwritten signs that when you put them on the glass, the sun yells them, it peels, dirty and disgusting. But my favorite sign is this one in a laundromat that I went to. I believe this one was in Houston. We don't give change. We don't have an attendant. We do not fix the washers. We do not have a drink machine. We do not fix the chambers. We do not give refunds. Please keep the area clean. And when you're done, turn off the lights. A real sign. Yeah, I want to go to that laundromat, okay? This is another funny one. I mean, I don't know what a laundromat is. I'm thinking maybe it's bug control, get rid of the gnats. I live in the South now, so I'm thinking that's how you get rid of black flies. I don't know. We all need more time in a day. Boy, if you imagine an extra half an hour is another half a turn on you can have 20, imagine having 24 and a half turns on your machines. I don't know. And then, of course, wash, fold, dry. Now watch this. You wash the clothes. You fold it nice and neat. And then you chuck it back in the dryer and watch it tumble. Okay. What were they thinking? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Okay. Still in business. Next. Okay. Now we're getting into, wow. Now we're going to start getting into the wow factor. This is what signage looks like. I guess the middle one didn't show up. Professional signs. How much does it cost to go to Kinko's and get a sign, put it in a piece of plastic or a $6 frame? Nothing. So why do we see stupid signs? We still see them. Branding. When I was in Houston, Texas, every single laundromat was a lavanderia, 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 and they were all red. And they had bars in front of them because of crime. Who's going to walk in? Every store was a lavanderia. You cannot differentiate one lavanderia from the other. Certainly, if there's bars in front, I'm not going there, okay? So would you drink a dollar beer or would you rather drink a branded beer? What are you going to pay money for? The laundromat business is no different. If you have a sign that says laundromat, laundromat, lavanderia, how are you separating yourself? What is the perception and the image that you're creating for your laundromat? You want to be different than a ZombieMat. Next. Another great sign. Your machines suck. They don't wash, they don't rinse, and they don't overload. Close down. You're ripping people off. Now, if you walked in and you opened the doors, continue to look in the mirror, maybe they're a ZombieMat owner. What do you think? Maybe? You think they need a checkup from the neck up? Okay. All right. Now, this is my pet peeve. believe, ladies, please raise your hand. Would you ever walk into a bathroom like that? What percentage of laundromat customers are moms with children, grandmas? Large percentage. Guys are coming too. Guys don't care about bathrooms because they'll go out in the parking lot and find a tree. They don't care, okay? Ladies, we cater to you. My wife is the one who told me I drag my kids on the road, go in and out of laundromats, left and right. Do we have to go to another laundromat? Yes, it pays the bills. We're going to another laundromat. She's the one who told me, he goes, how do people clean their clothes and you go into a bathroom and it stinks? So anyway, that's that. Okay, this is what bathrooms should look like. And if anybody follows the Facebook page, Laundromat Owners Ideas for Success, you'll saw that there was a laundromat posted, the Wow Laundromat. He spoke yesterday at 8 o'clock. Okay, that bathroom is not a 10. The bathroom is a 20. And then when I did the free laundry day with Steven Nunez's store, before I walked in, I said, Steven, are you up for the bathroom challenge? He goes, I'm ready. We walked through the store. I walked in and it was, I got to bring my wife here. I think I'm going to make a destination bathroom trip just to show her. Okay. How to transform, guys. This is the important thing. How and why do you transform? Here's the Wow Laundromat. I was so impressed. I put it up here now. So we got that. This is one of our customers in Newark, New Jersey. Now, some of you are probably saying, why would anyone want to spend so much money? It doesn't work. It's not worth the investment. Then why did he build another one just like it? Why did he build another one 6 miles away, 13,000 square feet? Why? And since we financed it, I think I had the numbers on stores 1 and 2. So doing the next 2 stores, kind of easy because it's proof that it works. Here you go. Wow, you cost me. This is in Florida. 31. Would you walk into that bathroom? This one? Would you go into those bathrooms? Of course you would. Okay. In fact, I think we're going to have a banquet party in that bathroom. We should serve lunch. Okay, next. Okay. Is it time to retool? This has been going on for ages. Okay. So if you have an existing store, I was talking with you, right? If you have an existing store and you're making money now and your machines are 12 or 15 years old and you do not throw those machines in the garbage, you are committing financial suicide. You are wasting money every single day that you don't retool that store, flat out. Now, I say that with so much confidence because after 28 years at Eastern Funding, loaning and doing retools, we are so confident that retools work. And if it doesn't work, okay, we won't recommend you for financing because we do the analysis along with you, along with your distributor, okay? Benefits. Slow down. Tell me, guys, if you retooled your store, what's going to happen? Up in revenue. Why? What's the first thing you do when you put new machines in your store? Raise your prices. Thank you very much. What else is going to happen when you retool your store? Reduction of utilities. Everybody wins when you reduce utilities, right? Less water. All the older machines, they'll work for another 20 years. But guess what? Old design, old technology, they're water pigs. You got to get rid of them, even though they work. We talked about that in your store. 20-year-old machine. Sorry. Anybody here is going to sell you a machine that's going to save you 20 or 30% of water. Next. Peace of mind. How many times you get a call late at night of machines breaking down or people complaining? Store owners don't want to know about their problems. But when you have peace of mind, when everything's working, everything's fine, you're getting compliments. Next. This is a fact, okay? You are going to increase your bottom line. Scientifically, mathematically, like I said, I'm an accountant by background. Nothing matters to me except the bottom line. That's the priority thing because you don't do anything unless you're going to get a return on your investment. Next. This is the part that's hard to measure. If you put new machines in, okay, what are you going to do? Your attendants are happy. You're happy. Less aggravation you can deal with. Your revenues are going to go up. Your expenses are going to go down, okay, etc. What about maintenance, by the way? Anybody have maintenance on machines? Pretty expensive these days, right? What is it, 150 bucks for the first half hour for a guy to show up? Okay. How about this? Anybody ever have a machine break down on a Friday night? Can you get a repairman on a Friday night? No. So you just lost 12, 15 turns on revenue on that machine. The store, our business is about revenue per square foot, and how do you maximize that? So then, next. All right. This is what I want to applaud, especially you guys. You've got the leading laundromat in your footprint, but the machines are 20 years old, correct? Think about this. There are so many people in this audience right now who are looking to buy or build a laundromat. What are they doing? Same thing everybody else is doing. What are all the laundromats here? How many of them ZombieMats? Oh my God, I came across Durham Laundromat. Beautiful building, but I went inside. He's doing great business, but he's got 20-year-old machines, old technology. So what do? A new person comes and says, I'm going to build right next to you. If you upgrade your store, okay, make the investment, what are the odds that one of these people are going to build a store in your footprint? You tell me. It's the intangible. It's the I don't know. Everything else I can measure. Bottom line, all that stuff is going to happen. And by the way, sit with your trusted distributor. They are going to tell you the same thing I am. The only difference is I don't have skin in the game. I'm not selling you anything. I'm just telling you what's going to happen. Next. That was the what effect. I just did that. You can skip that. Okay. When you retool, is anybody here considering putting low G-force, 100 G-force machines in their store? Does everyone know that they have to go to high-speed washers these days, 200 G-force or higher? Okay, does anyone know why? Throughput. How long with a high-speed washing machine, it takes the water out. Do you remember in old biology with the centrifuge? You'd spin that thing around and the blood would separate from the water. Well, guess what? When you have high-speed washers, it takes the water out. What does that do to your dry time? So instead of 30, 35 minutes, you're 22, 28. How much is your dry time, Jake? 15 to 20 minutes. Don't you want on a busy day to get your customers out the door, in and out in under an hour? Isn't that the logical thing to think about? What they forget to tell you is when you go to high-speed machines, you're going to extend the life of your dryers because they're not spinning as much. So think about it. You forget about that. Yeah, high speed costs more money, but you're going to save longer life on your dryers. Okay, that's that. Large capacity. When you do your retool, what's your largest machine in your store right now? If you do not put 60s, 80s, 100s, and even a 135-pound machine, they're not doing you justice. The demand for high-speed washers is off the charts today. Fact, you talk to anybody in this audience, talk to them. What machines you're putting in? Go to high capacity. Because ZombieMats, guess what? Have 55, 60-pound machines. That's it. People want to come in, they want to do 8, 9 loads at once. In and out fast, okay? Technology. All I can tell you is, how many people here want to own more than one laundromat? So in 37 years, I never met anyone who wanted to get into the business and only have one. I mean, as a plan. Everybody wants, I want 3, 5, 7. I want to grow to scale. I want to hire a manager. Then I can go home and bake cookies all day long. That's the goal. But you got to do the first one right. If you don't have technology in your store, how can you possibly manage? Okay. So technology, especially at the cart. If you have an 80-pound machine and you're charging $12, that's 48 quarters. Think about this. You go up to the machine. Customer comes in, busy day, puts the clothes in front of the washer, now walks over the change machine, gets all the quarters, then strolls on back, puts in 1 quarter, 2 quarter. Oops, it didn't take. Push the button, the quarter drops down. Another quarter, another quarter. Ooh, you think you can drop 48 quarters in a drop machine? No way. It'll be 50, 55 drops. How much time did you spend? 8 to 10 minutes to start a machine. Busy Saturday. How do you get people out of your store when they're spending 8 to 10 minutes to start your machine? One. Next reason for technology, which is why sense is so important. The entire industry is exploding in technology. Why do you want technology? When you go to sell your store or buy a store, stores with technology can sell with comfort. They have numbers. Yes, you're going to look at the water, gas, and electric bills. Yes, you're going to do your own due diligence for a couple of weeks. But when they can give you a report of the machine usage and all the revenue breakdowns, home run. It makes it so much easier to sell your store or buy one. Okay, low versus high. Old days, that was a lot of work. But then we went to the crank, and now we're in high-speed machinery. Next. Okay, here we go. So you made the choice. How many people in this audience have high-speed washers in their store right now? One, two, Jake. Okay, who else? Okay. Do you have a sign in your store that says in and out in an hour, fastest wash in town?
That's it.
Okay. Why not? Do you think customers know what high speed is? Half of you don't know what high speed is, okay? So they don't care. But you know what they care? Time. Time is money. Come to my laundromat. You can't read it, but it says fastest wash in town. In and out in under an hour. Next slide. Long Island, right across the street from a Home Depot. Built the entire shopping center. His store went up, and I said, Abraham, our good friend Abraham, said, Abraham, where's your in and out in under an hour? Okay? He took down his sign and put that sign up which says fastest machines on the planet. Okay? By the way, in under a year, he flipped that store for a 7-figure profit with the real estate. Under a year. Okay? Signage matters. Next. This one doesn't cost any money. Let's talk customer service. All right. There's a picture of 5 people in a laundromat. And I asked the audience, who's the attendant? Well, you couldn't tell because they all look the same. They all look like customers. When you're in today's modern laundromat, invest in a $15 shirt or an apron, something professional, so that when a customer comes in, they feel secure that there's someone there watching them, not just an unattended laundromat. You don't know. Well, that's the difference. I guess the slides aren't going to work. So skip on to the next one. Very important. The number one issue besides maintenance in laundromats is attendance, HR, hiring and keeping them and paying them a proper salary. Train them well. How many attendants, if you walk in, they don't even greet you? Common sense says, hi, how are you? What can I help you? Especially senior citizens when they come in. Did you train your attendant to go to the senior citizen? Maybe go out to the car and you see them coming in, help them, bring them in. How about that extraordinary extra service that doesn't cost anything? You know how many ZombieMats I walked in where the attendant was sitting with his legs up on the table reading a magazine and people are walking around doesn't even care? Okay, that person needs to be fired immediately. You want an engaged attendant. And the problem everyone makes is because of labor issues, we hire anybody with a pulse. That doesn't work. You got to interview them. They have to be engaging. You have a $1 million store and you have a $20 an hour attendant who doesn't smile or doesn't talk, and they're the face of your $1 million investment. I think it's worth it to spend a little time training them, just like every other retail business. When laundries are treated like a real retail business, you know what's going to happen? No matter what condition your store is, just customer service alone that costs nothing is going to people into your store. Think about a restaurant where you have a favorite waiter or waitress. You go back because they give you great service. Sometimes it doesn't matter, food's okay, but because they treat you. The store owner comes up and says, hello. When we did the free laundry day, Steven Nunez and his wife, they were walking around. They were saying hello to everybody, greeting everyone, okay? Let's go to the next one. How we doing? Got a few minutes left. Here we go. Okay. By the way, if you're recording this, you're going to have to play it back in slow motion because I'm trying to get through this really fast. Okay, here we go. Everybody in this audience right now, and that means everybody. It's you, all of you. It's so visible. It's you definitely have it. Okay, you have everybody, even the people that backs have something written in indelible ink. You know what it says? It says, make me feel important. Okay? Know people's names. Tap them on the shoulder. How was your day? Okay, you have no idea the mileage you get out of doing nothing. How much money does that cost? Nothing. Okay? Changing your mindset. Go ahead, Byron. One of the reasons when they go into laundromats, I'll ask for the owner. They generally say, oh, I'm just a maintenance guy, until I open up my folder and I have a copy of his driver's license because he's looking for a loan. And what do? All of a sudden, oh, I didn't know you. Why didn't you say you were from Eastern Funding? I said, well, no, I wanted to see how you were going to greet me. Why do you think owners don't want to admit to owning the store? Because they're a ZombieMat. They don't care, okay? I'm going to be honest with you. We don't want anyone in this industry anymore. We don't want anybody who doesn't care about their customers. I'm sorry. So kick me, do whatever you want. Okay. I can handle it. Okay. Next, power of networking. I don't have to tell you about it. You guys are all here. Woody Allen said 80% of success is showing up. How many ZombieMat owners across the country are not here? Don't go to the Excellence in Laundry Conference. They don't go to local distributor shows. They don't go to local CLA networking events. Networking, Jake, how important is networking? Okay. I can go on and on. The value of meeting your peers, even if it says staying up to midnight, hanging out with the midnight laundry hackers with us, of course, staying up to 2 in the morning, learning something from other successful people is off the charts, and it doesn't cost money to hang with winners and forget, hang with winners and forget the rest. One of the things that got me excited after 37 years, we all know that laundromats are boring. Let's face it. When I got into the industry 37 years ago and you owned a laundromat and you were in a social event, someone would say, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I own a laundromat. What did you say? I said, I own a laundromat. Now it's, I own Wow Laundromat. I own Spin Express Laundromat. I own Laundry Kingdom. Now it's proud. You know why they're proud? Because A, they're making money. B, their attendants are happy because they work in a professional environment. C, the customers are great. And if you have a modern, energy efficient laundromat, guess who else wins? Everyone forgets this. If you're using less gas, you're now green. If you're using less water, you're now green. So who loves you? Environmentalists love you. Local businesses love you. And if you're doing more like LaundryCares, doing a free laundry day, giving out backpacks for schools, having the fire department come and do some free screening, whatever it is, do more than laundry. Connect with your community. That doesn't cost anything either. Again, change of a mindset. Okay. Read, play, learn. If anybody was anybody at the LaundryCares luncheon? Okay. When you put literacy in your laundromat, if you have the space, you are going to have parents come to your laundromat because you're giving children books. It's unbelievable. The research has proven that when you connect and give books and bring literacy into your laundromat, you're going to have customers, moms with children, that will go out of their way. They'll pass a ZombieMat and go to your store because you cared enough to give children books to take home with them. So that's another thing. I want to throw a couple of these out. Here we go. Everybody pick it. It says retooling your laundromat is not a gamble. And let me say something that makes sense. If you were to come to us and you're 2 years in business, as I just told you, and you have a good credit score, we will give you $500,000 with a signed application front page, copy of a driver's license, okay, and a signed sales agreement. That's it. Ask me, why would any money lender give away $500,000 with such little information?
Brian, why would anyone give away so much money with so little information?
Because you know it works. I said, and he only has 2 payments left, so I have to do something about that. 2 left. Okay, we're going to do that. By the way, your machines are 11 and a half years old. 6 months to buy new ones. Okay, so with that said, so I'm I may be short, and I know every once in a while people, hecklers in the back are saying, Brian, please stand up. Okay, I am standing up. Too bad. Okay, I walk around with a bat that says, throw out your old machines. Because I don't care how big and strong you are, ex-football player. I don't care. When I have the numbers on my side, and you may think you're a 30-year veteran and you know more than me, I have numbers. I'll take my numbers over your stubbornness on retooling your store. So with that, thank you for hanging out. Sorry for the slides not loading up, but I think you got the point. Thank you.